All right, so last class we looked at the idea of using our calculator to find probability on a normal graph. But now what happens if we know the probability and we want to find the x-axis values? So for that, we're going to go back into our distribution button, but now we're going to use inverse norm. So just like addition and subtraction are inverse operations, norm and inverse norm are inverse operations. So let's look at this example. So we have a mean value of 12, a standard deviation of 3, and our probability that x is less than some value a is 0.7. So let's think about this picture here. So we've got our mean is 12, and so if we think of one standard deviation away, we would be at 9. So 9 and 15. I'm just going to label the one standard deviations away because 0.7 is more than 50%, but it shouldn't quite be at 15 because these together are about 70%. So when I add in all this extra, I would be over 70%. So I'm guessing that my A value is somewhere around here, somewhere between 12 and 15. And here's my probability that x is less than A is 70%. So in my calculator, go to my calculator. So we were doing shade norm last class. So now we're going to go into our distribution. Instead of drawing though, we're going to come down to inverse norm. All right, our area, that's the probability. So that was 0.7. Our mean was 12, and our standard deviation was 3. And we can paste it. Okay. So we get our A value is 13.57, and that makes sense with what we thought. So we get A is about 13.573, and then we can round to our 3 sig figs, 13.6. So now if I want to check this, I can come back and draw my distribution. So let's think about our window. We want to have 12 in the middle, so I'm going to go from 0 to 24. My maximum y value will be 1, and 1 is even really high. All right, so that's okay. Let's see if there's anything on there right now. No. So I'm going to go into my distribution. Now I'm going to draw to see if it matches. So my lower, negative infinity, so negative 1 times 10 to the 99. My upper is going to be that value we just saw, so 13.57. I'm going to make this smaller so I can see it. All right, so 13.57, and this is why we would write down some more decimal places. My mean was 12, my standard deviation was 3, and I hope I'm going to get a probability that's really close to 0.7. It might not match exactly, but let's hope that they're really similar. All right, so that's close to the picture I thought. And we get a probability of exactly 0.7. So that's great. So that works.